Hey everyone, Rob from Congrates Guitars. It's been a long battle. As you can tell, I still haven't cleaned up. I did finish. I did get a very short video in at probably 11:30ish. So I am still in it. Now I just have to clean up and edit a bunch of videos to show you guys how it went about. It wasn't easy. Up until the last minute, I think I finished at 10:30. Spent about 3.5 hours fiddling with wiring. Wiring's not my friend. And had truss rod issue, couldn't find my truss rod wrench. And then when I went to do the video, I went through 3 cameras and couldn't get one to work right, batteries and such. Alright, so I'm gonna shut up now, let you guys see what I did.
This time around we're going to be concentrating on finishing up the body and getting the neck attached and see how far we can run with that. This part right here, if I had to do it all again, this is my first carving. If I had to do it all again, I would have done some things different. I'd still do the majority of it with a hammer and chisel, but my Dremel of choice, the bits would have been slightly different. I would have done more chisel work to soften the edges than jump in with a Dremel. The chisel ended up being a more finished edge than the Dremel gave me, so. Majority of prepping the body was just trying to get the design sanded and smoothed over so it didn't look like a 3-year-old did it. Frets all in and polished. Now I'm going to tape off the edge to, now that I got the neck attached and everything, I'm going to tape off the edge so I can put sanding sealer on it, and then I'm going to put a couple, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 coats of lacquer on it. Body is sanded to 280. I don't like to go much more than 280 when I'm going to leave it natural. I will end up throwing in my, I have a black bone nut that I'm going to put in there. I will end up putting that in before I do any lacquering. Yeah, I was afraid to go too big with a drill bit. I didn't want to go full size with a drill bit because this area is so skinny. So I got as close as I dared, and then the rest of it I finned out with that Dremel with a sander drum on it. This is after sanding sealer, ready for clear coat. Yeah, I really don't have a good angle to put my camera at the moment, so Unfortunately, it's just me, so I won't show you everything. Yeah, what I showed is the very first coat, and this, I believe, is the very last coat. I didn't get a chance to let it sit for 3 days because this is getting close to the end of the build. I believe this was Thursday, so I let it sit for Friday, and then Saturday I put everything together. So this is actually the day that everything's got to be done. Ain't nothing like waiting to the last minute, right? Taping off the headstock in the top 2 frets so that I can shape the nut, get a rough shape in, and I'll finalize it when I do the setup after everything's put down. Now here I'm drilling for my switch, because the switch I originally had wouldn't work. The body ended up being too thin, so I had to go find a different switch with a thin body, and it's a good thing I didn't put any holes in it for it yet. So this is for that. This is just going backwards. First was a pilot hole. Now I got it going backwards to start the hole, and then I flipped it over and finished it off going that way. I did have a problem with the tone pot where I put it. I didn't thin the top enough, and it ended up I had to pull out the Dremel and thin it out a little bit more so I can get the nuts to secure. There I was trying to ream out the hole with my reamer. That didn't seem to work, so I didn't want to bust through and make the hole too big. So this is where I grabbed the Dremel. Ended up being the tiniest little spot, maybe 1/8 of an inch wide by 1/4 of an inch long. That's all that was holding me up. But once that was done, everything seemed to go pretty good there. Marking the holes for the pickup surround. You'll notice I eventually had to take the wooden covers off the pickup surround and go with the black. After I took the wood part off, I scuffed the black because it was really glossy, and it gave me the matte black finish. Just take a razor blade to it and scrape the shine off, because the neck pickup was a little too high. And here I'm putting grounding tape underneath the pickups. You'd think there was a guitar building contest or something going on, because everybody tried to get copper was sold out. I had to go with aluminum. I don't know how many times I ended up taking that net pickup off. Oh, but every time I put it down backward. And this is where I noticed that it's going to be too high with the wood on it. Hocus pocus, now they're just black. Yeah, when I was making the templates, I was in a rush and I ended up making them too small, only by an 1/8 inch or so. So after this was done, and when I was done trying to put the pickups in, I had a hell of a time getting them in there. So I had to go back and resize my templates after this, so the next time it'll go in better. That's the switch I ended up going with. It's the only thing I could find on short notice. It'll probably end up changing. Forgot to poke a hole for the jack. So I did finally push it through. It kind of tore off my aluminum. Took some fixing, but wasn't that bad. this wiring fought me for probably a good 3 hours. Started about 7 o'clock and I didn't finish till a little after 10:30. Wiring is definitely not my friend.
Alright everyone, as you can tell, the videos are getting a little shorter. Trying to build up to the final here. Even though there was a spoiler alert on Saturday when I released the other video. Again, thank you for subscribing. Thanks for following along. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. Hit the bell, be notified next time I release a video, which should be a lot sooner than it has been. Hit the like button. Thanks, man. Peace out.